Well, I did finish The Grace of Kings. Now, with this is going to sound very weird because I want you to understand I did like the book, but I don't know if I want to continue with the series. And let me explain what I mean by that. I felt like it took a bit to get used to Ken Liu's writing style. He was almost write this like it was like a fable or like the Iliad or something like that. Felt very episodic, like you're kind of hearing like poems or epigraphs about these legendary figures. And my problem with the book was he just kept jumping around so much. Like, look, I was really all in on ℚ𝕤𝕤𝕣𝕠𝕜𝕤's and ℚ𝕤𝕤𝕣𝕠𝕜𝕤's story. I thought that was great. I want to know about these two friends turned adversaries. I was really, really into that story. I was really digging that. And every time those two were together or it's one of their chapters, I felt like this book just, it soars. It's really, really good. Everybody else was like, and I won't lie, I finished the book and there were several names. I was like the last chapter, I'm reading several names. I'm like, who is this again? Had a hard time with that. I admitted that was a me problem. I really, really struggle with Eastern Asian names. It's really, really tough for me to kind of differentiate some of them. Most of them I did understand, I get through and make myself like a little cheat sheet on my phone, to kind of remember everybody. But still, there was so many names. And the fact that it kept taking the focus off of what I was really enjoying and going to other things, which is fine. He's building a world here. I appreciate that. But why I say I think I might not continue with this is that it's work, man. This book was a lot of work. It was a lot of, hey, look, I'm on vacation. I'm trying to relax here. And I'm having to go back and flip back and reread paragraphs and things like that to kind of not necessarily understand what he's trying to say as much as just like, oh, what just happened? And I think I understand. But it's, I don't know, there's something about the writing style that just made it for me where I was like, yeah, I like a much tighter narrative focus. You really established a really good storyline with these two characters. You kept going away from them. Every time I was really, really getting into it, you go into some new character for 80 pages that I was just like, you're fine. It's not as interesting as those other two guys I was just reading about. Overall, I think it was a really good book, and I really did enjoy it. It's kind of the thing like what Brian said on our Stress of Her Regard stream the other night, where he said sometimes you can read a book and say, this is a really, really great book. It's very well done, and I can see why people love it. Maybe it just kind of mismarked me. I'm somewhere above that. Like, I did like the book. I would say this is going to be a book that'll be in consideration of my top 10 at the end of the year. Me saying I don't know if I want to continue is because each book gets longer. They get longer, and I'm like, if it's really this style of narration, I don't know if that's something I really want to get involved in because it's not something that flows very easily. And you're telling me I got another 10,000 pages of this? I don't know. That's probably a big estimate there. So that's kind of where I stand on it. I did enjoy it, but it's one of the rare occasions where I could say I like the book, but I don't know if I want to continue the series. I also think it kind of works as a standalone. We've kind of established what the Dandelion Dynasty is going to be at this point, and I feel like the rest could be up to you. If you want to walk away, I feel like you can, and I feel like there's a ton of things left hanging. So, but if you want to see what things happen like after that new empire has been established, I guess you keep going if you're fine with, hey, this is how the rebellion went, how the overthrow went, and how the new rulers have taken place. And I think that you will find a open and shut case with just Grace of Kings if you want to stop there. That read-along is going to continue going on the Discord. I think they're going to do this through the end of, I think the middle of July, because they're doing like one book every like 6 weeks or so. I think that's what they're doing. So pretty much just like you want to do every other month. You can jump on the Discord. I got the link in the description below if you want to jump on and join us there.